Perfect. Oh, sorry. Let me just check real quick. No, it's locked. Okay, perfect. All right. Let me see if I can zoom out a little bit. Oh, perfect. All right. Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is AG with the Real XP Show, and right now we're being powered by Cross the Line Radio. Right now we are at Grand Central Station, a very iconic location here in New York City. But we're here for a very specific reason. We all should be aware now about what happened with Donald Trump and his decision to go into Venezuela, bomb Venezuela, and take and capture President Maduro and his wife and bring them back here to federal prison in Brooklyn, New York. But I really want to know what New Yorkers have to say, what New Yorkers think about Trump's decision. Are they in support of Donald Trump and his decision, or are they in support of releasing President Maduro of Venezuela and against Trump's action? So hopefully we can find some people who would like to discuss this. Let me see. Excuse me, do you mind if I ask you a few questions? Nope. Let's see. I'm gonna get somebody. Excuse me, ma'am. Do you mind if I ask you a few questions? No? Okay. Excuse me. You mind if I ask you a few questions? No? Okay, okay.
Question for you. How do I get to the S train?
The S train, the shuttle train?
Yeah, trying to get to Times Square.
Okay, the answer would be straight down this way to the subway, downstairs. Yes. But quick question: do you agree with what Trump did in taking President Maduro out of Venezuela?
No comment.
No comment. Okay. All right. Hey, sir, can I ask you a few questions? All right. My name is AG. I'm with the Real Experience Show, where I like to document people's thoughts and opinions on anything and everything.
Okay.
So today we're here visiting Grand Central Station and trying to see what people think about Trump's decision to remove President Maduro from Venezuela. Are they in for President Trump's decision, or do they think that was something that should not have been done?
Well, I don't. It's hard to have an opinion because it's such a mixed topic. Um, I'm not. I'm not pro what we did to interfere in a sovereign nation's autonomy. I also recognize that as a nation, Venezuela is unable to influence for themselves what's going on in the country. They've tried, and it has not been successful. What we did, I don't think was right. But I also think about the Venezuelan people and the catalyst that they need in order to try and create change for themselves. What we ended up putting back in place is not anything that changes the narrative per se because of who we ended up putting in. So it'll be interesting to see how we try and create real change in that country. If we've already stuck our foot in the pool, we can do it in a responsible way to try and make it a good outcome, but I don't have a lot of confidence that the politics of our country and their country are going to actually enable real change in the country. Yeah.
Thank you for that. My concern is that I've been looking on social media just here in the country, in America. I find that many Americans are not in support of what Trump did. Sorry, I find that there's some people that are not in support of what Trump did. But then I also find people of Venezuelan descent or directly from Venezuela that are here, and they're applauding or they're thanking and rejoicing for what Donald Trump did. Why do you think there could be some miscommunication with us or misunderstanding where we may be against what our president did, but Venezuelans may be rejoicing for what our president did?
Well, I think I touched on that a little bit earlier. I think Venezuela wants change in their country and in the way that they live, and they have tried to get it. There's a lot of repercussions, though, for folks in Venezuela to try and change things. It's not easy, and so I think they're cautiously hopeful that this might be a catalyst to some real change in the country, but they are understandably apprehensive about what it actually means, or if this is just, you know, a different blend of the same stew that they've been eating for a long time, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, as you mentioned earlier, since we did stick our foot in the door, now it probably would have to be our responsibility to kind of provide Venezuelans with a better course of action. What do you think? Just your thoughts on what you know. What do you think would be a? What do you think would be able to? What needs to happen to bring Venezuelans a better government?
Well, I think it all comes down to public trust and whether or not you can trust that the things that people say they're going to do and how they're going to do it are actually the way things will actually happen. So, you know, we've established temporary leadership from the same regime that we just
Vice
deposed.
President,
What's that? Yes. Um, so, and I know that is sort of like an intermediary step to free elections in Venezuela. If, if we truly can prove that we can provide objective, audited election results, and that Venezuelans are really free to choose who they want to lead in their country going forward, then I think that would be a real positive step. But even as an American, I am skeptical whether or not we would be able to truly provide objective audit capabilities for that free election. Yeah, yeah.
My other question is, why did America have to step in? Why not Russia or China or Iran or the UK? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so many other
That's a loaded
countries.
question.
Yeah, there's so many other countries that had
Yeah.
involvements in dealings with Venezuela that they could have done something similar to stop what the Venezuelans were experiencing.
Yeah.
So why do you think other countries may not have taken the firm approach as Trump did?
Well, I think that there are other nations that were taking advantage of the instability in Venezuela. I think there's a confluence of circumstances, right? Like Trump is a certain type of person, and he is using this as a low-hanging fruit example of American imperialism and decision making, and it's a way for him to provide a warning, whether it's right or wrong, to other countries around what we're willing to do. I don't necessarily think that it makes it right what we did, but I'm also not surprised that it's not being used as sort of a grandstanding event, right? So,
Last question. Don't want to hold you up for too long. Since we did get involved in Venezuela, what benefits will Americans have from Trump's decision?
I don't think that there's going to be any real significant like firsthand advantages of us going into Venezuela. Like I hope that we're holding their oil for the benefit of Venezuela, not for the benefit of the United States.
I like how you said holding.
Yeah. But I do think on the grand political stage, the world stage, that it may enable us to wield influence in a way that has got real examples behind it, for better or for worse. I don't even know if I necessarily agree that we should be wielding that kind of influence in the way that it needs to be wielded, but for whatever it is, it shows that we have teeth in the things that we say we're going to do. And I think it's like any type of power. You can use it for good or evil, right? How we choose to use that, I hope we choose to use it in a responsible way. Yeah.
All right, well, thank you. I appreciate it. You enjoy your time here in New York. All right, everyone. That was the first person that decided to speak with us and share their thoughts. Let me just go and check the comment section real quick. All right, so let's continue to see if we can get and engage more people in conversation. Let's see. Oh, shalom to everyone that's in the chat. Shalom, Lord in Christ. We appreciate you all for tuning in. Hopefully, you guys are all subscribed to the channel. If you're not, I encourage you to do so. We always have great content, whether it's our live debates or every Thursday night Cross the Line Radio, hosted with Captain Tazariak and Kataza. Always a good show to catch every Thursday night. Today, we are at Grand Central Station here in New York City, trying to engage people on what they think about what Trump did in Venezuela. Whether they're good or bad, we just want the thoughts of everybody. So let me see if I can get some more people. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. You mind if I ask you a few questions? Okay. No, do you think? I appreciate it. Sir, do you mind if I ask you a few questions? What language? Spanish? Come here, come here. Venga, venga. So we got our first Spanish speaker. Let me pull out ChatGPT. Un poquito, but I have a ChatGPT.
¿De qué es?
Hold on.
I'm ready to hit the ground running.
Ready? Hold on. Un momento, por favor. Hi, my name is AG, and I would like to ask you some questions about what Trump did in Venezuela.
Sobre la
Of course,
cuestión de
AG.
Venezuela.
Feel free to ask me anything specific about Trump's actions in Venezuela.
Translate into Spanish.
Introduce here el español.
I would like to know your thoughts on what President Trump did in Venezuela.
Me gustaría conocer tu opinión sobre lo que hizo el presidente Trump en Venezuela.
Es un tema difícil, es un tema muy difícil porque más que nada yo creo que entran un poco los tintes políticos por la cuestión del petróleo y todas esas cosas. Entendemos que es un país donde la democracia está muy mal, pero yo creo que va más por tintes políticos para quedarse con la parte del petróleo. Me imagino que es algo con lo mismo que pasó con Irak, una cosa así, pero muy bien que lo liberaron porque pues, Maduro era una muy mala persona, digamos.
Do you think Venezuelans will have a better life now that President Maduro is removed?
¿Crees que los venezolanos tendrán una vida mejor ahora que el presidente Maduro ha sido removido?
Sí, esperamos que los hermanos venezolanos tengan una mejor vida ahorita que ya el presidente está afuera. Que eso no, él se lleva el 98, 99% de la riqueza que te generaba el país.
Do you think Trump will be responsible enough to assist Venezuela?
¿Crees que Trump será lo suficientemente responsable como para ayudar a Venezuela?
Esperaría que sí, sí. A lo mejor no directamente, pero que ponga o que empiecen con un gobierno un poco más democrático en lo que es Venezuela. Esperaría que lo ayudara.
Okay. Gracias. So that was our first. I definitely need to brush up and work on my Spanish, but that that was one of the first Spanish-speaking people that we were able to interview so far personally. And from what I was able to understand, he does think that Venezuelans will be able to enjoy themselves or have some type and receive liberty. For many people that do not know the history behind Venezuela, I encourage you to research. I would even say start at the 1900s, the early 1900s, all the way forward, so you can see how the dynamic of the country and its government and its economic position in the world changed and what has happened now. So let's see if we can get some more people. Excuse me. Do you mind if I ask you a few questions? Yeah, perfect. Come here. So my name is this is on Cross the Line Radio, and my name is AG, and this is for the Experience Show, where we like to document everyone's thoughts, opinions on anything and everything. So today we're asking people, how do they feel about Trump's decision to go into Venezuela and remove its president?
Bro, Trump is a beast, bro. Trump's making all of us money. Wait, oh shit, am I getting canceled? Wait.
No, listen, that whole cancel culture is canceled.
Alright. Wait, I don't know what's going on, man, to be honest. I'm just having fun. We on vacation. Let's turn up.
Where are you on vacation from?
We just came back from Dubai, so now we in New York. You feel me? We lit.
How long were you in Dubai for?
2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks.
Was anything about Trump and his decision in Venezuela discussed or talked about in Dubai?
No, yeah, not at all. Yeah, I'll just see some TikToks and stuff, but Trump, bro, it's all about money. So if you're not making money, then you don't know what you're doing. You feel me? It's all about money. That's what it is.
Do you think Americans will benefit from Trump's decision in removing President Maduro?
Is he gonna benefit from doing it?
Will America benefit from Trump's
for
decision?
Sure. Yeah, bro, oil. Come on, for sure.
All right. Well, thank you and enjoy.
Thank you.
Be safe, everyone.
He told me to ask you where we want want to get a bite to eat for lunch, and we're hungry, but nothing fancy, but we want to have
Okay.
a beer and a bite to eat for lunch.
Okay, well, you're in the middle and heart of New York City in Times Square. You can either stay on this east side of Times Square or you can go onto the west side of Times Square. So this is Grand Central. The other side will be Times Square. And you have many different options from upscale, high-end restaurants to something more family friendly, like an Applebee's and things like that.
Is
So
there anything within the complex here or no?
yes, actually, if you go down here, there's a whole dining course. They have several different options you can choose from.
Oh, well then we'll want to do that.
But I have a question for you.
Yes.
How do you feel about Donald Trump's decision in getting involved in Venezuela?
At first, I wasn't quite sure. I was shocked, as a matter of fact. And I turned my TV on like 12:30 in the middle of the night one night, and it came on that we had literally invaded it, or however you want to put it.
Okay.
And I didn't really understand it, but my son is a very strong, he researches everything. And he says, you know, America paid for all the oil wells, or pretty much a lot of the oil wells and the development of oil many, many years ago. So we are going back in and taking what we rightfully or we financially supported in the very, very beginning. And the man that took over the power there was not elected by the people. He just took on the power himself. So he didn't have a legal right to be where he was at. And by us taking him back to America, which he had created in several different crimes. So I guess it's okay. It was just kind of shocking the way it happened to me. But
Why do you think some Americans are against what Trump did?
well, I think it happened so quickly that none of us, even though we knew there was boats in the water and there were ships everywhere and they were doing all kinds of stuff, but I think we were all kind of caught off guard that they went in and just picked up well, it wasn't the president, but the man, and just took him out of his home. So it did shock us, but I don't think Trump, he's doing what's best for America. So you have to believe that he knows what he's doing.
Now, you said that your son did some research and that it makes sense that America is trying to gain back some type of compensation for all of its investments. How do you think America going forward will benefit from Trump's decision?
Well, I think the price of fuel, the price of oil should go down more than it already has. Because before, it was like we were paying in California, we were paying almost $6 a gallon of gas. So now we are down to, when we left home a week ago, our gas was down to $3.98. It hasn't been that cheap in several years. So he's already brought the fuel down. So if he can bring the fuel down more for the American people, hey, more power to him.
Okay. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy lunch.
Okay, thank you.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
All right. That was another opinion. Hey, how you doing, man? You want to ask you a few questions?
What you want?
I would like to know, what do you think about Donald Trump's decision in going into Venezuela and removing its president?
It's controversial, honestly. I haven't really kept up with the news, so I don't really got much information on it, but I think he should probably just stay and focus on U.S. politics.
Trump?
Yeah. If it doesn't directly affect us, that there really is no necessarily need for him to intervene.
In your personal opinion, what do you think is a very important politic-wise, what should be number one on Donald Trump's agenda for America?
I'm probably focusing on bringing the economy up and keeping us at peace with other people and other countries.
Do you think that Trump's decision to do this is keeping the peace with other countries, or do you think it might ruffle some feathers or even scare some countries?
It could honestly ruffle some feathers with some other countries. Some people might not like it, but it's happened.
Okay.
Can't change the past.
Got it. What do you think, if you were in Venezuela, what do you think would it be happening to your country right now? Would it stay instability? Would it be unstable, or would it start to progress into a more secure country?
I honestly don't know. I can't really answer that because I don't really know how it is in Venezuela. Like I said, I haven't really kept much into politics.
Listen, man, thank you. I appreciate it. What's going on, my man? What's going on? My name is AG.
Nice to meet you.
So this is the XP show where I like to document people's experiences on anything and everything.
Yeah.
And we're being powered by Cross the Line Radio. So I want to know, what are your thoughts on Donald Trump's decision to go into Venezuela and remove its president?
I'm saying, look, to remove their president, I think is crazy because that's a whole
different jurisdiction, that's a whole nother country. And they say make America great again. If that's the case, then focus on the issues that's going within the 50 states. You know what I'm saying? The 51 states, if you want to include Puerto Rico. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Others probably don't feel like I do. Millions don't feel like I do. I think we got a population of about 350 million citizens, United States citizens. You know what I'm saying? Why are we going into Venezuela? We got an agenda. We got homelessness. We got poverty. We got things we got to take care about it. You know what I'm saying? We got people that are jobless. You know, we just, you know what I mean? So it's like, come on. I mean, why are we focusing on what's going on in other countries? 9 times out of 10, when we go into other countries, it's because we trying to take the resources from them and bring them back over here.
It's funny you say that because infrastructure or even financial support to build the different oil wells in Venezuela and Venezuela in the entire world.
Absolutely.
And now that of Venezuela's oil.
Absolutely. I mean, we got control of it now. I mean, it's the same thing that we did to Iraq. You know what I mean? I used to call Trump the third black president. But then it was just for the simple fact what he did in 2020. They had to get him out, you know, them 4 years because he started exposing America's theatrical, you know, financial system. You know what I mean? Now that he's back in, he's more in control. So he's following their agenda. You know what I mean? You got to realize his father brought him around Bush father and had him in them political parties. So you know, he got this to a T. It's just for the simple fact he's an entrepreneur before he's the president. You know what I mean? They print out 541 million a day. You know what I mean? That's more than $500 million. They don't care about as long as they keep depreciating the value, the currency of the U.S. dollar. As long as they're able to get natural resources for it, then they don't care. That's why they took gold off the standard in 1971 under Nixon.
Why do you think that some Venezuelans may be celebrating and rejoicing because of Trump's decision to invade their country and take the president out of there?
Because it's all about propaganda. If you think about it, you know, creating false news to make it seem like, you know, this is what's going on in Venezuela. Their citizens are not being treated right. And then when you got a powerhouse like the United States to step in, you know, their citizens may feel it's right because their president haven't been treating, you know, the land citizens correctly. So if Trump is able to get it out there, and it's going to fall back on Trump, but not the U.S. Congress. That's what you got to realize. You know what I mean? So, you know, I thank you for your time. You know, my name is Kassan, aka Quover. You know, so we definitely, you know, whenever you do have more interviews and all that, I'll be glad to attend.
Thank you. You can always find us on Cross the Line Radio or even on the Real XP Show on YouTube and Instagram.
Absolutely. My Instagram is quover.qmf.ent. You know what I mean? So follow me.
Got it.
You know what I'm saying? It's a pleasure.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate
Yes,
you.
sir.
Thank you. So right now we're having some pretty good dialogues, interviews, conversations with people here in New York, in Grand Central Station. You know, let's see if we can find some more people. Excuse me, do you mind if I ask you a few questions real quick?
I'm kind of in a rush.
All right. All right, do your thing. How you doing, sir? What's going on?
I need a train.
A what?
7 train.
7 train? You want to go down to the subway? The subway right there, you'll go to the 7 train.
Thank you.
Okay, you're going to go down the stairs. All right. Let's see. Hold on, let me see the comments. Let's check the comments real quick.
We got 12 people in the room.
Okay. For everyone that's in the room, please, if you don't mind sharing this so that more people can join, share the live, and hit that like button. Smash it up real quick. Get some more people. Excuse me. You want to ask you a few questions? No? Okay. Let's see. Good afternoon, ladies. Could I ask you a few questions before you leave? Okay, be safe. Excuse me, sir. Can I ask you a few questions? Oh, all right. Ladies, can I ask you a few questions before you leave? No? I was going to ask him, then he took off his mask like he was running away from COVID. Let's see. Excuse me, sir. No, gentlemen. Can I ask you a few questions? Hello, ladies. Can I ask you a few questions before you go? No. Be safe. Good afternoon, sir. Can I ask you a few questions? All right. Do you think? Be safe. All right. Excuse me, everybody. Do you mind if I ask you a few questions before you leave? All right. Be safe. Let's see. Okay, cool. All right, so my name is AG. I'm with the Real XP show where I like to document people's thoughts and experiences on anything and everything. And right now we're being powered by Cross the Line Radio. You mind we just come a little closer? Perfect. So today we wanted to ask New Yorkers what they think about Trump's decision to go into Venezuela. Was it something that we should have done or should not have done?
Um, so I know that he's a dictator, right? However, I feel like a lot of people on TikTok are protesting. That's really, it's I see it as a good thing. He's like a head of like all the drug stuff, but I don't know.
I think I'd have to read up on it more, educate myself further to give myself an opinion on it.
Now you said a few things because I heard the same things too. What do you know about Maduro that makes him a drug dealer, or what made you think that, or what information did you come across?
I'm not really sure. It just there's a lot of like different sources, but like not like I'm not sure how reputable they are though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we went on that idea, right? If he was, a drug cartel leader in a drug country, what about America's drug problem?
Yeah. So I'm sure. Well, there's really two reasons I heard Trump went down there. It's either for oil or to stop the cartels from coming into America. So that's really it.
Yeah, I don't have an opinion on it currently. But I don't know. I think all war is bad.
Okay.
So I don't think anyone needs to die.
Have either one of you seen anything on social media where Venezuelans are rejoicing about President Trump's decision?
A little bit, I guess.
I actually haven't. But I'm not saying it's not there. I'm saying I haven't seen it on my personal algorithm.
Got it. Okay. Why do you think some Americans may be against Trump's decision and what he did?
I guess like there's like a lot of war happening, and we don't really need for any more like that.
Agree.
What do you think Trump should be focusing on?
I'm not sure.
Equality in America.
What does equality in America look like to you?
That's a great question. I mean, I don't think we're there yet. I think we're on the right track with like Gen Z and stuff. But honestly, I don't know because we haven't seen it yet.
Okay, so we haven't seen equality yet, right? So so then what are we fighting for when you say equality? What inequality are we experiencing and what are we trying to change?
Women's rights, immigrant rights, minorities, gender inequality, lots of stuff like that. I think we need to work on, but not just us, like the rest of the world as well.
One, you said women's rights. What is going on with rights of women that is unequal or unequal that needs to change?
Well, their rights about their bodies are being debated across the country, and not everyone has the choice to do what they want with it. It's like in Texas, if a child gets raped, then she can't get an abortion and has to keep the child. So I don't know if Texas specifically. I'm pretty sure Texas.
I think Texas, the state might have banned abortion.
Yeah, so stuff like that. Yeah, I don't want to be late for the reservation.
Okay. Well, listen, I hope you two enjoy dinner and have a good one. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you. All right. So now we got some voices from the youth. Let's see who else we can talk to. So everybody, can I ask you guys a few questions? No? Sir, can I ask you a few questions?
Main entrance.
Main entrance. I think there's one right over here.
Is there another one?
Probably up there. You're welcome. Excuse me, sis. Do you mind if I ask you a few questions? Do you mind if I ask you a few questions? I would like to know your thoughts on Trump's decision to go into Venezuela. Okay. All right. So how's the weather though? Thank you. Hey, what's going on, fellas? Do you mind if I ask you a few questions?
Yeah.
Okay. I would like to know. Okay, sure. My name is AG. I like to document people's experiences, right?
Yeah.
So I want to know, what are your thoughts about what Trump did by going into Venezuela?
I don't really know
Okay.
about that.
You don't?
No.
Okay. Okay. All right. You have some time to answer some questions? No? Okay. Good afternoon, everybody. Let's see if we get like 3 more, you know? Good afternoon. Can I ask you some questions before you leave today? All right, be safe. Hi, how are you? Can I ask you a few questions if you don't mind?
I'm sorry, we're cutting it across.
Okay.
Right across.
No
Thank you so
problem.
much.
Enjoy. Be safe. Excuse me, sir. Can I ask you some questions? No? All right. Good afternoon, sir. Can I ask you a few questions before you leave? All right. Ladies, can you answer a few questions before you go? No, no. I want to get some good questions. Hold on, everybody. Announcement.
Two-way connection to Buchanan and Waterbury. This train will depart from track 39 on the upper level. Whoever that passengers, 402
Don't worry, we'll get them. It'll take time. Don't worry, for everyone that's on the live, you know, sometimes it can be uninteresting with a huge gap in times, but when we cut the video up, it'll be a lot more interesting. Fellas, can I ask you a few questions before you go? All right, be safe. All right. Let's see. Excuse me, can I ask you a few questions before you go? I'm sorry if I startled you.
Sorry, what?
So today we've been asking New Yorkers their thoughts on Trump's decision to go into Venezuela. Was it something that he should have done or something that we should not have done?
I'm sorry, I'm not talking about political things.
Okay.
I'm not from here, so I don't think that I have the right to say something.
Okay, well, I appreciate that. Have a good one. All right. Excuse me, do you mind if I ask you a few questions? No? All right. At least she was honest, you know? So, let's see. Who else we can ask? Hey, fellas, do you mind if I ask you a few questions?
Andy.
Oh, okay. We're about to pull out the phone and get my translator app out. Let's see. Oh, man. I feel like it's starting to die down now, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
It's Saturday. Okay, yeah, we'll give it 10 more minutes, no problem. Yeah. No? Okay. Excuse me, ma'am, do you mind if I ask you a few questions? No? 10 more minutes, guys. Sorry, you know, the gap. Fellas, can I ask you a few questions before you leave? No? All right, thank you. We'll get them. We're going to get them. Excuse me. Excuse me. You're in the shot. Thank you. Excuse me, sir. Can I ask you a few questions before you go? All right. Do you mind if I ask you a few questions before you leave? No problem. All right. Let's see. Excuse me, ma'am. Do you mind if I ask you a few questions? No? Okay. Sir, can I ask you a few questions before you go?
Sorry, sir.
Can I ask you a few questions before you leave?
Tell me.
Yes, I would like to know, what do you think about Trump's decision to go into Venezuela?
I'm not in the mood talking about that right now, but I'm against Trump for sure, but
Okay.
I don't want to bother my spirit with that.
Okay, I
I'm on
understand.
vacation, so.
Well, enjoy your vacation.
Thank
Enjoy
you
New
very
York.
much.
All right. Have a good one. Such a very sensitive subject. Sir, do you mind if I ask you a few questions before you go? Fellas, you got time for a few questions? No? All right. Let's see. More people are coming. More people are coming. Excuse me, everybody. Good afternoon. Can I ask you a few questions before you leave? Do you mind? Oh, you got a train to catch. Okay, I want to hold you up. Get there safe. Have a good one. Excuse me, sir. Can I ask you a few questions? Have a good one. Sir, do you mind if I ask you a few questions? Can I ask you a few questions?
Let me get my.
So you're gonna have to move back because you're standing in front of the screen. If you come back this way, yeah. Right there. Excuse me, sis. Do you mind if I ask you a few questions? Okay. So my name is AG. I have the Real Experience Show where I like to document people's thoughts and experiences. So I wanted to know, what are your thoughts about Trump's decision into going into Venezuela?
I don't have any comments on that. Okay. Yeah.
Do you think Americans will benefit from that decision?
I don't know. I mean, I have no idea. I don't know.
What do you think? What do you think Trump should be paying more attention to? Besides, that's not part. What do you think Trump should be paying attention to more?
Maybe more employment opportunities, education, the structure of it. Mm, yeah, and more to make more affordability for people who are want to get housing. They want to start get a home, so things like that. Yeah.
Since you did say that, what are your thoughts about what's going on in Minnesota?
I mean,
All the money that they're saying has been used for fraudulent purposes.
they need to do an audit. Maybe see the people who are there who are have control of the money. Like, what are the things that is causing, the money not to stay in the same place or be shared properly.
Well, thank you for your time. Have a good one. Thank you, sir. All right. Maybe one more, 3 more minutes.
Yeah, one more and we're out of here.
One more, we're out of here. Okay. Let's see. One more or 3 minutes. One more 3 minutes. One more 3 minutes. Excuse me, sir. Do you mind if I ask you a few questions? All right. Take care. Hello. Can I ask you a few questions? What language do you speak? I can español. I can ask you in Spanish. Un poquito. Okay. Nice. Gracias. I definitely gotta learn, brush up my Spanish. Let me see if I can invade this group of young women over here. Excuse me, ladies. I'm sorry to interrupt your conversations. Could I ask a question on what you all think about what Trump did in Venezuela?
Bad.
Why?
I don't want to get into it, but bad.
Okay. Do you think Americans will benefit from his decision though?
Bad.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you, ladies. I appreciate it. That was a good way to end it. Bad. I want to say thank you to everyone that joined the live stream or that shared the live stream, especially those who liked it and commented. I'm AG. This is the Real XP Show, and we're being powered by Cross the Line Radio. Peace out, everybody.